In 15 years of business, if I had to start over and pick one business to start, would it be lemonade, shaved ice, or kettle corn? Well, I'm going to go through some categories, and then we're going to talk about which one, if I could do it all over again, which one I would get into. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions. All right. So, lemonade, kettle corn, and shaved ice are the business that most people start when they get into the food business. And then I would put hot dogs at fourth, but we'll start here with these three. We're going to talk about the money, which one I sell the most of, profit margins, and all of that stuff in this video. But we got a few categories to go through. So first, initial investment. There's no doubt, I think if you were to start a business right now, lemonade has the lowest investment to get into it. And why is that important? Well, as soon as you get your return on investment paid off, right? Your initial investment in equipment and stuff like that, you're making more net revenue. So which one do I think, and through my experience and my opinion, have the least initial investment? Well, first will be lemonade, because all you need is a hand juicer, couple coolers, and a knife. Really, that's it at its basic. So you could start a lemonade business for $100, no problem. Next on this list on initial investment, I would say would be shaved ice, because you can buy some really inexpensive shaved ice equipment for a couple $300 and get right into the business and start selling shaved ice. Now, the last one, and the most expensive one, I think, to get into would be kettle corn, because if you want to do kettle corn in big batches, you're going to need to buy a kettle corn machine. And kettlecornmachine.com has some wonderful kettle corn equipment. Matter of fact, I've had their A1 sweet machine for 15 years. I can highly recommend that. But they're still more expensive than a $300 shaved ice machine, and more expensive than a hand juicer and a knife to start lemonade. So for initial investment, I'm going to give this winner to lemonade. Next, what about competition? All three have competition, and some of it more than others. Now, lemonade has the most competition that I have found through my 15 years, and it runs in cycles. But still, even if it's a low cycle of lemonade vendors, there's still a lot. There's always going to be a lot of lemonade vendors, because they're cheap return on investment to get in. So, unfortunately, lemonade, I think, has the most competition. Second, followed up by kettle corn. And I don't know why, but kettle corn has a lot of competition. People think kettle corn is easy money. And guys, that is anything but the truth. Kettle corn is extremely difficult, hard, and some of the equipment can be extremely expensive. So, but still, it has a lot of competition. Now, for me, just in my area in Kansas City and what I've seen, the only real competition I've found for shaved ice has been Kona. That's it. And they can't be everywhere all the time. And even when we're next to Kona, we sell just as much as them, or even outsell Kona ice. Unbelievable. It happens. It's real. It can happen. So don't be scared of Kona ice. But, so for competition and the lack thereof, I have to give it to shaved ice. Oh man, I got so many more categories, and we got to talk about the money. But first, I have a membership group. It's only $2 a month, guys. You get exclusive content from me. We do workshops twice a month where you can talk to other vendors on the voice chat in our Discord server. Guys, it's absolutely incredible. Only for $2 a month. You're totally missing out if you're not in it. Now, what about creativity? I got to give this one to kettle corn, because the other two, lemonade and shaved ice, you can't really change the flavor profile. It's primarily always going to be sweet. unless you do some kind of dill pickle lemonade or dill pickle shaved ice. But with kettle corn, you can change the whole dynamic of the product. You can even have a whole savory line of like Cajun, barbecue, spicy. Oh my gosh, so many savory flavors. So for creativity, kettle corn gets the nod. I still haven't talked about money yet, or which one I would pick. Okay, next, weather dependent. All three are weather dependent to a point, but shaved ice and lemonade are more weather dependent than kettle corn, at least here in Kansas City. And all I can speak on is my 15 years experience in my area. I have a limited window when I can sell lemonade and a limited window when I can sell shaved ice. But kettle corn I can sell in the fall, the winter, the spring. The problem with kettle corn comes when it starts getting hot during the heat of the summer, when shaved ice and kettle corn or lemonade are really going at it. So kettle corn does have some seasonality issues, but it's not nearly to the level of lemonade and shaved ice. So for the best product for seasonality, it's got to be kettle corn, guys. All right, which one is easiest on the body? Well, as you see the gray, my friends, I'm getting up there in years. I'm going to turn 50 in October. And it's important for me to find, products I like to do that are easier on the body. The hardest one on the body, for sure, is kettle corn. It's not even close. You got to lug the oil, lug the corn, lug the sugar, lug the big old piece of equipment, the kettle corn cooker, and then you got to stand over that thing. And that oil is 400 degrees. Guys, if it's hot outside and you got that oil and then the random kernels popping out and sizzling and staying on your body, kettle corn is definitely the hardest physically. The second hardest physically, I believe, is lemonade. Got to lug the water, lug the ice, lug the equipment, whatever else you need for setting up. It's definitely more physically demanding, I think, than shaved ice. Shaved ice I have found through the years to be way less physically demanding than the other two. And guys, when it's hot outside and you're shaving the ice and that ice is spitting on you, it feels wonderful. Shaved ice is way easier on the body, particularly during hot weather. Now, which one sells the best for us? And I mean volume. So I got a 15-year track record here of something I can talk about with fact and numbers, okay? Shaved ice sells the best for us. We sell more shaved ice than lemonade or kettle corn, even though kettle corn has better seasonality. The volume of shaved ice we put out the window year in and year out is absolutely stunning. We have these concession stands because I have 20 brick and mortar concession stands. We also have a mobile side to our company that does festivals, fairs, and concerts. Shaved ice, still for us, even though with its limited seasonality here in Kansas City, still with volume, overall, we sell more shaved ice than anything else. And then second is kettle corn, because we can sell it almost all year. And kettle corn gives you that flexibility for doing fundraising, and catering. I haven't done a ton of lemonade catering events. I've done some. Haven't done a ton of shaved ice catering events. I've done some. But I've done a lot of kettle corn catering events. Plus, it works so good for fundraising. But I digress. Which one sells the best and the most volume? Shaved ice. Now, profit margin. Which one for us has the highest profit margin? Shaved ice. Shaved ice beats the other two, lemonade and kettle corn, with profit margin. Second on the list is lemonade, and third on the list is kettle corn. And that's only because kettle corn has the least profit margin for us, because we use different spices sometimes. We'll use different flavorings. We'll use chocolate. We'll use white chocolate. We'll use sprinkles. We'll use all kinds of stuff. So it costs a little more. But still, the one that has the best profit margin for us is shaved ice. Now, after 15 years in the business, if I was to start over again and sell just one product, which one would it be? It would be shaved ice, hands down. More profit margin. We sell more than any other product. And like I said, I got a 15-year track history to prove it for us, which one sells the most. And you can be really creative with the flavors. And every now and again, you get a nice little catering gig. If I had to start over, it would be with shaved ice first, kettle corn second, lemonade third. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, the Caesar, baby. The Caesar of concessions. Out.